Is everyone good? Everyone can hear me?
Can hear you.
Good, good, good.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah.
I decided to do something different. I'm not wearing a dark shirt.
How's that going? How do you feel?
Powerful.
Sound better?
Like a ranger.
Liar!
No, but it looks like you're paying attention.
I am.
Are you sure?
Definitely sure. 100%. Tell me anything and I'll answer it.
How many fingers am I holding up?
You're holding up 3 fingers.
No.
The whole hand is up.
Is it?
No, it is.
Hello, sir.
Yadi, you have
Did-
to drink something.
Drink. There's nothing there. I'm sorry.
Why?
Yeah, I'm still winning, though. I'm going to win this game. You'll see.
So you're not paying attention, you're just winning?
Mm.
I'm winning. And
So
paying
if
attention.
anybody's watching, Yadi's not playing a video game right now.
No, I'm not.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No. And it looks like he's just paying so much attention.
Of
like
course.
his eyes are like just
You can tell those are like graphic if you ask me.
this is great. Great
oh
content.
yeah. And in other news,
Did you guys watch The Joker too?
no.
I think I did.
You think you did?
Yeah, like everybody else watched it the same way. They watched like 2 minutes and then they walked out. So I watched the same amount of them.
Really?
Yeah. I think that people watch the trailer longer than they actually watched the movie.
Probably.
What happened?
Probably.
Well, you're going to find out when we come back.
Ding, ding, ding.
Episode of the Nerd Archive Podcast.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah, but who the hell cares about wildlife anyway?
Right. We're over.
Populated.
You got a haircut.
Hey, folks, we have a special guest.
Hey. So, let me
Your opinion
restart this.
matters.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Nerd Archive Podcast. My name is Louis. As always, I have my sister, Yadi. I have Lola, and I have Justin.
You have your sister and Lola? Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. I know. So, how are you guys doing today?
Doing great.
As
Yes.
always, it's another fun day coming to an end, slowly but surely.
Yeah, but
But it
the
was a
best
good
part, the best part is here.
Hmm.
So we have been live for about, not including the starting soon screen for 5.5 minutes. Which, if you have started watching this from the beginning, you have watched more of this than you watch of the Joker, and that is saying a
Pretty
lot.
much. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Based on what I've been seeing, there are a lot of people between critics and fans asking the same question. Why does this movie even exist?
Because it wasn't supposed to be this bad. That's at the end of the day, that's what it is. It wasn't supposed to be this bad.
True enough, based on the performance of the first movie, which literally was not supposed to perform as well as it did. It had every single thing going against it, and this movie turned out better, so much better than it had any right being.
It was a great movie.
It was incredible.
Right. So you finally watched it.
Oh yeah. How many times have you asked me that question? And I think
I
only
don't
the
know,
first
it's
two
part
times.
of-
I think only the first 2 times you asked me that question, I said no. And I think after the third time, I said yes. But then you completely forgot. And I
I
think you
didn't
had,
forget. I was playing a game.
Well,
It's a trivia question. I wanted to know.
That's usually what happens. That's usually what happens. But yeah, no, there was the first one was such a great movie, and it wasn't necessarily supposed to be because everybody was just counting this movie out before it even hit, and it just performed so well. And I mean, and I completely understand why. Because when I finally did see it, and I've seen it twice, and I've seen, and
So
then
you've
I've
seen
also
it?
seen. Yeah. It's about goddamn time, I know, but yeah, no, it's incredible. Which, I mean, they could have just left it at that, but then of course the studio decides, hey, let's make a sequel and do all this other shit, and
That's making a musical.
yeah, right.
Is
Yeah.
that why this movie's not performing well? Because it's a musical?
That's one of the reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna say bunch of fucking pansies. Not the musical people, the you guys that are like, it's not good because it's a musical.
Musicals suck.
You suck, bitch.
I mean, those other filler episodes.
Not complaining
I'm
about
sorry.
it. Yeah.
Listen, if I want to watch a movie solely about them entertaining us with the music, I will listen to music. It doesn't showcase the acting of the people.
there are some that have said that Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga's performances were actually fairly good, but it doesn't really make the movie as a whole any better. Besides the fact that it was a musical, it literally, because I mean, you think about how it left off with the first movie and
Mhm.
how it ended and how he became just like this larger than life character revered by everybody and was basically just this an agent of chaos, to put it as Heath Ledger's Joker would put it.
Right.
And so and the way we left off of that first movie, it was incredible. But the second movie, from what I've seen in the reviews that I've seen, just took Arthur's character and just regressed him back to the way he was when you first started the first movie. And
Right.
it's just like, why are we taking his character backwards rather than building on what we have and just making it that, just taking it that much further and like additional like 2 to 3 steps higher.
Right. But also at the end of the day, at the end of the first movie, you are left off like, is any of this really happened? Or was it all in his head? Like, they don't say it was all in his head, but they imply that it was all in his head. And the last scene is what solidifies that what they're implying, but they still don't say it.
Mm.
Because it makes you think that everything that happened in the movie was an exaggeration in his mind. It happened, but it was an exaggeration in his mind. So, and a lot of people are saying that in the second one, a lot of the scenes with Lady Gaga were reminiscent of the first movie. Like a lot of scenes from the first movie with just Arthur Fleck were in the second movie, but with Lady Gaga next to him, or with Harley Quinn next to him, or she was playing that scene. So it was confusing a lot of people. It's like, wait, this looks familiar, but it's because, and that's only coming from the few people that watched it.
True enough. It sounds like they were just treading the same territory. They just added that extra person there that was basically just somebody that seemed like it like paying reverence to this character that he's playing in his own head, and basically just seemed like somebody that had her claws in him and just basically just like stringing him along.
Right.
rather
And-
than how they portray Harley Quinn in the comics. Because
Right.
I mean, we all know about that.
And the thing is that the title of the movie, I'm not going to pronounce it because I am not going to butcher it. It's yeah.
Folie à deux.
Ooh,
That was beautiful.
I'm turned on.
I told you his voice was,
Tell me more,
flamboyant.
but in French.
Yeah, no, can't do that. Don't
Oh,
speak the
damn it.
language.
God damn it! You could have fooled me. So, the name of the movie is a mental disability, which is shared by two people, and normally siblings, which threw everybody off, by the way,
Ugh.
because it implied that they were siblings.
Gross.
Very creepy.
Yeah. So, but also it is not just siblings. Is people like one person has this mental disability and this other person thinks that they do also, and they start showing the same symptoms, but because they're both have this disability. And then they started thinking that what one is going through, they're going through it also. It's complicated.
In Wikipedia terms, it says it's shared psychosis or shared delusional disorder, and it's transmitted from one individual to another, usually from people that have that are close in association.
Right. I read somewhere else that also it was like siblings.
Well, they're close in association usually.
Right.
Mhm.
So and the reason I bring that up is because one of the things that where people are like, please don't tell me they're going to be siblings because that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
We don't want it to make sense. We don't want that. It's not. That's it. We don't want the one of the most known couple in like nerd history to be siblings. That would be.
Yeah, there's some weird implications there that you just don't want to fucking think
Right.
about.
Yeah. So, moving on.
Can you pause for a second? Can you tell your wife that she looks pretty?
Hey, we're pausing for a second because your wife wants to tell my wife that she looks pretty. She said that you're ugly as heck.
Oh, fuck.
No, she didn't
Heard
say
that
that.
gasp.
You can hear
I know that's a lie.
You're always pretty, and I need to tell you more, just so you're aware.
Thank you. Me too, man.
She said, me too, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Continue.
And that gasp that you heard was an echo because girls are right here and they heard it. They were all like,
Yeah, how dare you?
especially Jordan. She has a cast, by the way. Did I tell you that last week?
No, but mom did.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened
has
to her? She fell?
She fell and broke her elbow.
Oh, it's broken?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that.
Mom didn't know. Mom said she has some like hairline something. But she didn't
Hairline
actually
fracture?
use the word.
Yeah, it's a
Hairline
hairline
bow?
fracture. It's enough to wear a cast.
Yeah. Damn.
So, but she learned her lesson.
Well, that's why I'm asking what happened.
No,
what
she
was
didn't.
she doing?
Well,
I know that child. What was she doing?
Yeah. So the day after the hurricane,
Yeah.
around 9:30, almost 10 o'clock, we get a text
Mm-hmm.
that her mom took her to the hospital because she fell, hit her elbow, and she was crying. I'm like, okay. It's almost 10 o'clock. And then apparently it happened. They have a deck in the back of the house, and she had just came off the trampoline, and she had these Crocs that are like this thick. They're platform Crocs, and she was
jeez.
coming down the steps and slipped
Oh,
and landed on her elbow on the wood.
Yeah. Another reason why we should bubble wrap her, but honestly, she seems to be doing just fine.
Yeah,
Bubble girl.
she's
Yeah.
she's 10 and she's already had cast twice
She had
Oh,
them
yeah.
on her feet, right?
on her
On one foot?
left leg.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Eh,
this,
she's fine.
which is funny because it's the exact same color as this one. Yeah, she
If you
loves
take
purple.
If you take into consideration the way that child is,
2 is
surprising
not enough.
that it's all you
Yeah.
can do.
Yeah, I know. I said the same thing. Like, I'm surprised it hasn't been more.
Yeah, and it's not from something she was exactly doing. She was just slipped and fell. Walking. She was walking and she slipped.
She's right there. I'm just gonna
Got it.
keep my comments to myself.
moving on.
Moving on.
Text me.
Yeah, I will. We'll talk about it off air when they go to sleep.
Cool.
Hmm? Mm-hmm. All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
Have you anything else on Joker? Because I don't think anybody else has anything.
No.
First one was great. Second one apparently was a disappointment, but
So you watched the
Who
first one.
knows?
That's good.
yeah.
That's good.
I mean, I won't buy the second one or watch it on any other service. Maybe if it comes out on Netflix, I'll force myself to watch it, see what all the hubbub's about, but that won't be for a while.
Yeah,
I
probably
won't.
next weekend, Max. Because
Yeah.
Well,
It'll be
that's
off
the weird thing.
movie
Well, that's
theater.
the weird thing. Usually when a movie performs terribly within like a month of it dropping in theaters, it's already on digital platforms. I'm like,
Yeah.
that was pretty quick because the exact same thing happened with Borderlands.
Yeah.
Less than a
Oh,
month.
Borderlands. It didn't
Less
even make
than-
it a month.
Yeah, less than a month, and Borderlands was on practically every digital platform under the sun. And I'm like, okay, that's
But there was another movie that flopped in theater, but then it was killing it on digital.
Madame Web.
No?
Was it Madame Web?
I know a lot of people watch it on Netflix.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
because they were like, I want to see how bad this is
Free.
for free.
I
Maybe
was gonna
Black
say I'm
Widow?
already.
No, it was it. You're gonna defend the heck out of Joker too? No.
Maybe he likes musicals. Have you thought about
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Musicals are trash.
I swear, one day Sarah and I are just gonna make sure that you're sitting down, and then we're gonna drink a lot of tequila, and then we're gonna sing the entirety of Chicago to you.
And I will drink also and fall asleep.
We'll see.
I even lost. Oh, there you go. He doesn't like it. Perfect. He doesn't like musicals. Fantastic.
Booyah.
Booyah. I'll drink to that. I'll sip my tea. I lost what I was saying.
Mm.
Oh, we were trying to figure out what movie performed really well on
Like
Platform?
after flopping.
after flopping, but it was before Madame Web came out. I think it was last year that there was a movie that it was just
Yeah, that one escapes me as well.
yeah. It'll come to me, and then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, Travis.
maybe not.
I agree that Madame Web was better than Morbius.
Yeah, I
I'm the
was
second
not a
fan.
big. I was. I mean, I haven't seen Madame Web, but I was not a big fan of Morbius.
I haven't seen either one yet.
You haven't seen it?
I haven't seen Madam Web. I haven't seen Morbius.
I'm gonna ask you again. This is gonna
Have
go
you
the entire episode.
Have you taken an edible that no one else is aware of?
No, not at all. I should have.
How many shots of vodka or tequila have you taken?
None, brother.
Okay.
Unfortunately. So, moving on from Joker.
Yeah.
Have you guys watched Dragon Ball DAIMA?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I started it, but
Mm.
I need to watch it in English because even though it is entertaining so far,
Yeah.
I want to watch it without having to read anything. So I can actually enjoy it better.
Right.
I'm
And-
still enjoying it, but it's not
Mm.
the same because I'm like, okay, I know what's happening, but I don't know what just happened. I'm a little lost, but it's
And-
okay.
it's a
That's
problem.
fair.
Go ahead.
That's fair because there aren't many people that I know of that can do that and still and still enjoy it, which I get. But
I enjoy it and I can keep up with it. However, I do understand what you're saying because if you're watching a movie in a language you understand, you can look away and come back and still know what's happening.
Mhm.
But if you're watching, you have to pay attention if it's subbed.
Mhm.
Focus.
because if you
Focus.
lose your attention even for just a minute or two, you have to rewind it and watch it over again, which
And
I
the 30
get.
minutes takes 2 hours,
Yeah. So it is very entertaining. It is a better plot than GT when they turn Goku into a kid. I like that they turned the rest of the Z fighters into kids also. And I like how they explain how the Gohan, Goten, and Trunks are not in the story. It's not a spoiler because it's not. Is Shenron's being an asshole
Okay.
to this villain. And the villain asks for them to be kids, but then he's like, what about the kids? How old do you want them? He's like, I don't know, babies. Oh no. He's like, I want them to be young again. And he's like, how young? 4th graders? 10 years old? Okay, what about the kids? Babies? So that's why you don't see Gohan and you don't see Goten or Trunks, because they're babies. You have the main characters like Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Bulma. They're all like 10 years old. So that is not. I'm not gonna tell you who makes the wish, why it's done. They have a really, really it kind of retcons something, but it doesn't. It kind of adds more storyline to it. So
I've seen images of some of the earlier episodes, but it really doesn't spoil it because I don't really know who's who at this point. So
okay.
mm,
Goku
So
is the one that looks like Goku, but smaller.
Which is not
Vegeta
to be
is the
confused
one-
with Goten.
no, I'm talking about some of the.
Exactly.
I'm
Vegeta
referring
is
to some of the
one
newer
smaller,
characters that are introduced.
Looks like Vegeta.
Okay. Go Go ahead.
Yeah, apparently the dragon affected me too because I have no idea who anyone is. Who's Goku? Who's Vegeta? Who the hell is all these people?
Oh, so Goku's the one that looks like Goku, but it's smaller.
Yeah.
And Vegeta is
And not only that, but when I say that Shenron's being an asshole, it's because you know how they get 3 wishes?
Mhm.
These people they think they have 3, and all of a sudden Shenron's like, well, you guys are first timers, so you only get 1. So it was a way of making the storyline progress without them asking for another wish that would make things either impossible or a lot harder. And the whole point of them being kids is because they're too strong as an adult. So that's why they turn them down to kids, so that way they're not as strong and they can continue their plot.
Interesting.
Yeah. Because if you guys remember, Dragon Ball GT, Goku turns into a kid because of a mistake.
Mm.
He intervenes in some villain's plans while they're doing the wish, and the guy forgets that he has Shenron right behind him, and he says, oh man, I wish you were a kid again. And Shenron's like, your wish is my command.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks up like, no!
Yep. But in GT, Goku retains all of his memories and all of his power from over the years.
No, they actually are cut in half. Because you know how they measure their power level by numbers, right? It's over 9,000. So the scale of how it kept going and progressing, there was an interview that said that Goku's power level was at 50% because his body couldn't contain his full power. So that's
That
why
makes
when
sense.
he turns Super Saiyan 4, he turns into an adult for like a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So he can.
I mean, as stupid as that series was, it makes sense because, I mean,
Right.
he was able to turn Super Saiyan 3 for a brief period of time, but it didn't last nearly as long as it would if he were a full-grown adult, so.
Right.
I
And Super
remember that
Saiyan, the same
much.
thing. He wasn't able to keep his transformations for too long. So, however, it's a great time to be a Dragon Ball fan right now.
Mm.
So, and this, I am so sick and tired of hearing these words. This takes place after the Buu Saga. Every new show, GT takes place after the Buu Saga, Super takes after the Buu Saga, and Daima takes like literally weeks after the Buu Saga.
which makes sense because it's before the Super series, right?
Right. Because they would have to explain how come Goku can't use the Ultra Instinct.
Mm-hmm.
So, but a young Goku and Ultra Instinct would have been amazing.
Maybe he got to do it and he doesn't remember in the future. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if canonically it takes place before Super but after Z, then
Right.
it makes all the sense in the world. So it makes you wonder how long is this series going to run?
Yeah. And it makes you wonder, are they going to end the show with some event that they forget what happened? To make it canon. So I want to explain that the anything canon in the Dragon Ball franchise is anything that does not mess with continuity.
Mhm.
Something that was worked, not primarily, but heavily worked by Akira Toriyama. And something that is mentioned in the shows, and this goes for the movies, something that is mentioned in the anime
Mhm.
from the movies, it makes the movie canon.
Pretty much, which is why every movie right up until Battle of Gods was considered non-canon.
Except for the Trunks movie. Because it's the
point.
story of... Right. It's the only one. Out of all the Z movies, is the only one. So... And a lot of people forget that there's actually
no,
a movie.
Bardock, father of Goku,
It is not
technically
it's not canon.
How so?
Because it goes back to who they show in the anime, the silhouette of who the original Super Saiyan is.
No, I'm not talking about episode of Bardock. I'm talking about the one before that.
Father of Goku.
Yes.
You could... Yeah, because he doesn't go back into the past. He just... It ends with the destruction.
Mhm.
Right.
That one, yes, I would say that one. And
I can
History of
see
Trunks.
that if it was work by Toriyama. If it was work by Toriyama, then yes. However, if it wasn't, that makes it non-canon when it comes to Dragon Ball.
Yeah, well, that particular movie, I don't give a shit because it works perfectly into the storyline, doesn't
Mhm.
interfere with anything else, and
It
it gives you more. It goes more in depth about everything leading up to Bardock's death.
Right. So I also think that Super kind of retcon a little bit of that story, including the Goku story, because of the design of Goku.
Elaborate.
Because they made him look a little bit older than a baby. They made him look like a toddler instead of like almost a newborn. If you remember in the original Dragon Ball, Goku's design was almost like Superman's design. He was sent as a baby, like diaper and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And in this one, he's got his Saiyan armor. In Super and Broly, when they show him in Broly, he's a little bit older, like maybe 1 or 2 years old. But let's move on from Dragon Ball because we're losing Lola.
You lost me a little while ago.
I know. The only movie you've watched was Superheroes.
I watched a show.
You watched the show?
Did. I said that in the beginning when you asked. I said I watched it.
Oh, you said you watched it. I thought you said I didn't.
I said I did.
Oh, so what do you think of it?
I like it. It was fun, and because didn't watch the original or anything leading up to it, Trey was coaching me through it essentially.
Nice.
It's really good though. I enjoyed it.
He's a keeper.
Yeah, he is.
My apologies. I really thought
No,
that
you're
you
not
said I
forgiven.
didn't.
You're not forgiven.
That's
You
fine.
need to listen better. You need to listen better. Hey, get up, turn around. You're grounded.
But with that being said,
It's good.
good. I have been watching more of the breakdowns than the actual episodes because when I get home, I'm like exhausted and I cannot keep up with the sub. Yadi, are you still playing?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
looking at my monitor.
Okay, you put your hand up. That means that you're not holding your controller.
Yeah. Also, my eyes are not up there because the machine put in the eyes.
Yeah, I
over
got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understood. I just wanted you to elaborate a little bit. Yeah. So
In the beginning, there was
in the beginning.
a software moving my eyes for me. because I
Yeah.
was falling asleep. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to bed. Are we going to this side story or side note? Is that your studio for Rambling Dudes?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so his production for Rambling Dudes has like upscaled. So make sure you watch the Rambling Dudes.
Oh yeah.
It's on our channel. Make sure you watch it. Rambling
Yeah.
Dudes. Yadi, tell us a little bit what Rambling Dudes is
Oh yeah. So
for those new
this-
viewers.
Yes, yeah. So we have some wrestling fans, and to do something aside from our other nerdy stuff, we have a couple of guys that are here in Michigan with me because if you don't know, I'm far away from the rest of the crew. But I take it where I just meet up with two of my friends over here, talk about wrestling, typically any sports, but it's always down to AEW, WWE. It's been going on for a few months now, but we have 10 episodes. So if you haven't watched it, go check it out. And it should be every other week, but scheduling issues and whatnot, it's been going like once a month. But it's okay. Every now and then we talk for an hour and a half, all wrestling
So it's all wrestling,
for the most part.
right? Unless you rambled away from it.
Yeah, which it happens all the time.
Just
We've
like
been
us.
talking about like the fight with Tyson and Jake Paul and whatnot.
Okay. Fake stuff. Got it.
I mean, if you're one of those that will call fake for wrestling,
No wrestling.
Okay.
I'm not talking about wrestling. I'm talking about you're steering off to something fake. Because for those that think that wrestling is fake, it is acting, but every stunt that they perform is real and it's fucking dangerous.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I remember going to the first like pay-per-view in Puerto Rico was New Year's Revolution, and Lita's last match was that because she went on for a salt over the rope, landed on like her knee kind of buckled when she landed, and she messed up her ACL. So these injuries
Last match
are
for
real.
a while. Yeah, for a while.
yeah.
She did come
For
back.
a while.
Yeah.
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 And then, but she wasn't the same because she had to be careful.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
I mean, in the world of wrestling, there are very, very few people that will go their entire career without an injury. I
Right.
honestly cannot think of one offhand that hasn't had at least one injury in their career.
Yes. Also, there's a lot of wrestlers, especially the big ones, that they would get injured and they would be out for a month. And it because they would be going on vacations. Because it's a job. But to put it into the storyline and why they weren't there, they got injured. Or for example, Triple H, he messed up his knee.
Yep.
However, if you notice his physique before his injury and then after he came back, there's a big difference. They don't have time when they're performing to they'll work out, but they're traveling so much that they work out wherever hotel that they're at.
Mhm.
It's not really what they're used to, especially these guys are massive.
Yep.
So they take this time off on an injury and they get back in shape.
Well, I mean,
Some
Triple
do,
H's
yeah.
injury was legitimate, and so he had to work
He
his
had
ass
surgery and
off and
everything.
rehab and whatnot. Yes, but at the same time, yes, he was also using that opportunity to get back in better shape. So he was fucking double timing it for like 8-9 months. And when he came back, yeah, there was definitely he bulked up a fair bit. So he definitely used that opportunity.
Yeah, and things have changed. Now they have more welfare for the wrestlers, and they
Mhm.
take care of more of them versus before.
Right.
It was nonstop, and now they get a little bit more break.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like every
well,
sport like
since
that right now.
I mean, since Vince sold the company to
They forced him. They forced him.
well, yeah, he didn't really have much choice, but he was moving towards getting away from that anyway. But that all that controversy with him that he's been dealing with, I won't really go into a lot of detail on that, but like kind of sped that up, I think, a bit sooner than he really wanted to. And so
Mhm.
he had to sell the company. And now with TKO and Nick Khan and them doing that, they're doing a lot more for the performers. You're not seeing as many house shows on the schedule and whatnot. And so they're not having to deal with a lot of the stress and the wear and tear that puts on the body. And so
Yeah, and then they lower the hours for Raw, so that's like 2 hours instead of 3 because they had jumped to 3 hours for a while.
yeah.
And then now with them coming to Netflix, that's gonna be a different animal for sure.
I can't wait to see how that goes.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be fun. But in the last Rambling Dudes, if you want to see more about our talk with like the Vince McMahon documentary, we did talk a little bit about that and some of the AEW anniversary stuff that happened not too long ago. So we do dive in a little bit on that for sure.
I'll have to watch that documentary if I can. What network is that on?
Netflix.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That
Yeah.
works. That makes it simple.
Yeah, when they started filming it, I mean, when they ended filming the whole thing, it was like after everything started happening with him having to leave and all that stuff. So they did show like they put like comments like this happened at this time before any of these accusations or whatnot came to life and whatnot. I mean, he did have some accusations before that anyways, but um the bigger ones came out and just before the documentary air.
Gotcha. So there had to be some annotations and whatnot and saying, hey, this happened here, and here. And
Yeah, he ended up not filming like the meeting with them the last few times because he didn't want to talk about it, I guess. And
well, I mean,
I put that
when
there.
you're in the kind of position that he's in, why the hell would you want to talk about
Yeah.
something that, is basically just kind of ending your entire career, like
Yeah,
completely?
I think you will enjoy that documentary. I think.
Hmm.
I mean, it's more repetition of stories that we know, but there's a little bit more. They dive in a little more deep into conversation and his relationship with his dad and him doing the same thing to Shane. His relationship with him, not the same thing, but a little bit of the cold shoulder for a long time. So
Gotcha. But I mean, it makes sense in that respect because I mean, if that that being the case, it explains why Shane didn't really want to kind of take over the
no,
business.
he wanted it, but he was not going to give it to him. That's one of the things that he explained in the uh that's one of the things that he explains in the documentary. It's like how he wanted to take over, but then he was not sure if his dad was going to give him the company, basically.
That definitely explains a lot. I'm definitely gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's like 6 episodes of an hour each.
I have a suggestion for a docuseries. Sorry, Justin, you don't listen to this music. But for the other two, there's a Peacock docuseries about reggaeton, and from how it all started to where it is now, it's really good, and it's an original Peacock docuseries, and it's Ivy Queen and Daddy Yankee are the producers.
Oh, okay. So focus more on their stuff, or they actually
No, they talk full, like the whole movement, where it started, what it became, why they were
Where it
getting
went.
shut down, and all of that. Obviously, the main ones
They're
talking
under.
are both of them, but they do have big names in the reggaeton community. They have Biko C talking, they have MC Seha talking, like old school Lennox is talking, like Nicky Jam, all those. And you can tell that they've been working on this docuseries for a while because of one thing that I noticed. Bad Bunny's haircut, he still has the haircut from when he first started with the lines on his hair and stuff like that. Not the
Gotcha.
little fro that he has now. So it's really good. It's actually very interesting.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah. And Justin, you're more than welcome to watch it too. Because most of it is in English, but the parts are in Spanish. There's subtitles.
We see
Yeah.
Justin in the next episode be like, "Get like it."
With the Puerto Rican hat on.
Like, what it-
Unlikely. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of the genre, so no
And
worries.
trust me, a lot of people are not. But the fact that present day it is selling more than hip hop itself, it's very interesting. It's more
because a lot of the hip hop stuff that's coming out nowadays is just
Right.
not.
it's like the movement shifted. It's like back when the movement started, our artists would piggyback on the hip hop artist to get known and make money. But now the hip hop artists are doing that with our artist because they know they're known, they're more known than they are. So it's like I said, it's pretty interesting how it shifted.
Neat little role reversal.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know the song of Pepas. That's the one that I heard at a bar here when it came out, and I was like, "What the heck?" Because up here, like it's not coming. It's primarily white, so
Right.
it's really not a place for like they would normally play this kind of music, and I thought it was pretty cool.
So it's funny because my supervisor, she's half Indian, half white, and the other day she asked me, "Hey, what is the white people version of YMCA like with Hispanics?" Because whenever you have like Cupid Shuffle and YMCA and stuff like that, and you have Hispanics still singing and dancing, what is the reversal for that for white people? Which song do they listen to the most? And I was like, Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Anything Bad Bunny related, they will listen to.
And Raúl Alejandro too. It's
I don't
like
know who that is.
he's good. But
You can tell
He-
has not been in Puerto Rico for a long time.
he performed in the VMAs this past month.
Do you know who Rosalia is?
Yeah.
So he was the boyfriend for a
Do you guys
while
know any of his songs? That might help.
of Rao.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, I know, but I'm not gonna sing.
Like, here's this artist that you don't know about, but he's super famous. Okay, tell me one of their songs. I might know it, just not the artist.
The problem is it doesn't matter how
Don't listen to-
Rao. That's all I know. Oh, you know, one of the things that he did in the recent performance, he played Plena.
He did.
Oh, that's cool.
Mhm.
No, he did he went to the roots.
Nice.
Yeah, and this is
So-
like not a Hispanic war show. It was like
Yeah.
from
It was the
States.
VMAs.
Yeah.
So quickly, because I don't want to get a strike.
Okay, got it. Peter just texted me that or put it in the chat.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Because-
Strike one?
Yeah.
You picked it up quickly.
yeah, I still don't know the lyric, but I know the tune.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he is huge here
Oh, well.
between white people.
Oh, you know what song is also like super popular with
What?
white people and Jamaicans? Que me lleve el tiburón.
Like the
Yeah.
Alexei Fido?
That one, and tu bizcochito.
Yes.
Oh, y yo quiero la combi
Combi completa. Que chocha culo teta.
But yeah, those three songs very popular with the white people in the Jamaican cruise.
That is one of my wife's favorite songs.
I know, me too. It just
And as soon as I started
like,
singing it,
oh.
she's like, it's funny how okay, so maybe 2 years ago, a year ago, her playlist was mainly like
Vintage.
rock classics, like 50s, 60s, 70s, and then some 80s music here and there. But now I want to say that this year's her most listened to artist was Nicky Jam. And she just said she can't remember the last time she didn't listen to reggaeton.
Mhm.
Like
That's how Lydia is, but Lydia likes Bad Bunny, and she goes from Bad Bunny and Cultura.
Oh, well, yes. Sarah doesn't like Bad Bunny. There's one song that she likes. And it's his first song with Arcángel. Like,
Oh, La Jumpa?
no, la primera.
Like
I
the
was gonna.
first song.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
the first song. Tu no vive así. Me acostumbré a esa agua y ya no patea. That's his voice. Someone
we
said
got the essence.
Yeah, someone said I don't like Bad Bunny in an interview. I don't like Bad Bunny because he sounds like he's yawning all the time. There it is. Got you. Got you, bitch. Got you, bitch.
Well, as soon as you said it, sounds like he's yawning all the time. I felt one coming on.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck the timing.
Yeah.
Hey, you should listen to a new song from Residente. It's called Helga Platanera.
I think I heard it.
It's good.
Yeah. You know what? Okay, this is out of left field. What song is really popular with white people? Rebota.
Oh, I like that song.
It's so like you would never think that this song would have made it. Justin, this song is like this kid, because when he recorded it, he was a kid, like a teenager.
Mm.
He went home after work and recorded it in his bathroom, and he put egg cartons around the wall to dampen the sound. And that's how he recorded this song, because he wasn't like signed by anybody.
Mm.
And it blew the fuck up.
Which one is it?
I'll send it to you.
He got famous with the freestyle of Maria.
Yes.
That one, that was fantastic rapping, honestly. And then he came out with that one, and now he's had a couple and I think he's marrying Lele Pons now, which is like weird.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
Guayna,
Yeah,
Guayna.
Guayna.
the artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what Rebota is now?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it blew up to the point where like these big artists wanted to
Mhm.
do a remix. So it's like, really? It reminds me of like back in the day, Contacto and all those wiki. Like this song was stupid,
Mhm.
but it was playing everywhere.
That's typically how it works.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's just a
So-
fun song to listen to.
Right. It's something that you don't have to think about anything. You don't have to listen to the lyrics. It's just fun to listen to, like you said.
I think I've never put it in anything. I don't really care about the song.
Wiki.
at all. No, Rebota.
Oh, Rebota, no. And trust me, it's not on my playlist. But now my TikTok is full of like interviews and stuff because I watch one with Arcangel, and now my whole feed is like all these interviews with reggaeton artists or whatever it's called now. And one of them was his, and I think it was Molusco that asked him, or Chente. He's like, so what do you want to do next? He's like, I don't need to do anything. I still get paid from Rebota. Like,
Yeah, you made quite a bit of money of that.
yeah. So it's just insane how it works. You can either have an entire career of singing and not make a lot of money, or have one song, especially now,
I-
that will make you rich.
I have an old friend that he used to work with me at McDonald's, and he's always been into music. So he started singing. His name is Dinel, and he made it quite there to travel like to South America and whatnot.
Nice.
But then he started writing a lot more for others. So he wrote a lot for Ozuna.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of that disc, Enoch,
Okay.
and Nene Claro, I think it is.
Yeah.
A lot of the songs there were written like he has his name on most of them.
Like credit it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. There's a lot of artists that they were kind of big when we were growing up, and all of a sudden they disappeared. But it's not that they disappeared, it's that they're writing songs. They rather just write the songs, make the money, and write multiple songs and make money from all of them without having to travel and do shows and spend all that money on all this stuff. Because what a lot of people don't understand is that when you get signed to a production company, they'll give you an advance, but
that's
you
to
owe
cover
them that
everything.
money.
Yeah, and that's to
Right.
cover like all the stuff that you need ahead before you start making more money.
Ronald says, I went to school with the guy that wrote Baby by Justin Bieber.
Nice.
You went to school with Diddy? Sorry.
This guy.
Moving on.
Someone sent me a video the other day and said, I think it was our friend Edgardo. He sent me a video and said, when Diddy shows up to your front door and offers you a skyline, so you question everything you are willing to do. So, yo, Ronald, that did not make it any better. He goes by Black Bear now. All right, so moving on from, we steered off to reggaeton for no reason, but it was a good conversation. So just steering off from that.
Yeah.
With that being said, do you guys have anything else? Because I would like to bring the Gauntlet of Characters before we go.
I was
No?
gonna say a joke, but I didn't.
No. All
No,
right.
I'm
So
good.
if we're going to do our famous game. All right. So, if you are not familiar with our game, The Gauntlet of Characters, I'll have a category, and the rest of the hosts, they have to give me 6 characters that have to do with that category. Cool. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
Last time we did
Why
it
not?
with the letter A, B, and I think we did C also, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We keep
Think so?
going.
Okay. So, let's go with. I didn't get a category ready for this one, but I'm going with. Let's do 6, like always, female characters that wear black.
That wear black.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So, I will be starting the countdown.
And we've already lost.
And we're going to do 60 seconds.
That wear black, no, like it needs to start with this letter or anything.
Nope. Just wear black.
Catwoman.
And there's
Yeah,
one.
started, bro. Oh, we already started?
Yeah, we started.
Okay, Black Widow.
Okay, that's 2.
Yelena.
That's 3. This is super easy, but not really.
Yeah.
Shuri.
Hey.
Man. 4.
Storm and Jean Grey in the first stupid X-Men movie.
That's 5 and 6. All right.
Oh, you already said 5 and 6. Never mind.
Yeah, 5 and 6.
Cool.
So you said Catwoman, Black Widow, Yelena,
You named him.
Shuri,
Yeah.
and then these 2 other from the X-Men movie. All right. So, how about 6 characters that start with the letter D? Go.
Deathstroke.
1,
Doctor Doom.
2,
David. somewhere name.
I mean, can we use their real life names if it's like a first name that starts with the letter D?
yeah.
Okay, David Banner.
There you go. We went to see a movie and we talked about it a lot.
Daredevil.
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Dora
So that's 5.
Milaje? Does that count?
Dora the Explorer.
I will take Dora the Explorer.
I mean, it's not. You didn't limit strictly to comic book characters, so it counts.
No.
Actually, yeah, they count. They're heroes.
No, for sure.
And they're many.
Yeah.
We all 6 as different women.
Yeah. That. All right. That's great.
You're crushing it.
It's gonna be so
Um,
good, guys.
Yes. God damn it. Let's crank it up a little bit. Make it a little bit more difficult. Video games start with the letter A.
Apex.
That's one.
Battlefield. Are we doing A, B, C, D, or just A?
Just A.
A.
Okay, well, don't start with
Army
the
of
letter A.
Two.
They're just A.
I said that starts with the letter A.
Oh,
Army of Two.
You play that,
Assassin's
or
Creed
you wanted to
1,
play
2,
it.
3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7.
so that's three.
Hmm. Ah, damn it. My brain. Asteroids.
That's three. Four.
Astro Boy. Is that a game? Ario Man.
Army Men, Sarge's Heroes.
You ran out of time.
Dang it. Come on, guys. Step it up.
hey, listen, I give up on this game. I heard start with the letter A. I'm like, okay, cool. That means A, B, C, D. No, it starts with the letter A.
That's funny. As soon as you said Battlefield, I'm like, what?
The instructions were confusing.
I didn't say start with the letter A. I said they start with the letter A.
Well, the way you were talking, it sounded to me specifically. I apologize if it's not for the rest of you, but it sounded to me like you said start with the letter A. So he started with the letter A. I continue with a different letter. That follows it.
That's. Hey, you started with Apex now. And Assassin's Creed, you could have just taken
Oh my god.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Rogue.
I just shortened it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, that wouldn't have been fair to complete the whole thing with just one franchise
know.
of games.
It's not
At
our
least
fault
the
they
last
made
two would have been
many.
like. There's a video game with Attack on Titans. So
Yeah, I like the comments. Just keep them coming, guys. We'll get something.
all right. So since Lola got confused,
It'll happen again.
yeah. Instead of characters or video games, we're gonna go with movies. Any movie with the letter F. Go.
Fargo.
That's one.
Fahrenheit 411?
I don't know the number, so let's go with that.
Is there a movie called Future Man?
I don't know, but there's a franchise with 10 of them.
Fear No Evil.
That's a good one. 3?
Far Away from Home. That started Spider-Man.
You have a whole franchise that starts with F.
Friday the 13th.
Four brothers.
Another franchise.
Freddy versus Jason.
Free Guy.
That's 5.
There you go.
Full Metal Jacket.
6. No Fast and Furious. Got it.
Nobody cares about Fast and Furious.
No one cares about musicals.
That's my point.
Whatever, dude. Well, that was the Gauntlet of Characters. Even though the last one wasn't characters, but There's characters in it.
Yeah. Side note.
Fahrenheit 451, not 411.
Not 411, 451. They burn books in it, and nobody is smart because they burn books.
Oh, we got a timer now.
Hmm.
We start over? Ah.
So the timer was never on there.
Nope.
It actually wasn't.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic.
We're all confused.
I went through all that.
Post production will put it on.
Yeah.
You got some work to do on the editing, man. It is what
God
it is.
damn it.
For those that aren't aware, we do have a 60-second time limit that didn't show up on the live preview, but
But I do think it will be on the recording.
maybe
We'll figure it out.
Well, you'll see.
I'll see.
fix it in post.
Fuck, damn.
Dang it.
Frozen.
Mhm.
We had too many options.
Yeah.
Was he yelling at for you in the background?
Me?
Yeah.
No, he's playing Apex, which it's kind of shameful that I should have just looked at his screen and know the game.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. You guys have anything else?
Nah.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, we have reached the end of the episode for this week. You guys are fantastic. I hope that you get to watch The Joker too. If you don't, you're not missing out. Just wait until it comes out next week on Hulu.
What you're doing.
If you are enjoying Dragon Ball DAIMA, fantastic. If you're playing Sparking Zero, more than amazing. So we'll see you next week. This was the Nerd Archive Podcast. Deuces.
Click all the things. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
I'm Batman.